What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, we're going over Solana as its price is now down 10% over the last 24 hours due to the inflation news that we did get earlier today. Now, of course, that news was that inflation is still on the rise and has not started to go down as many analysts and most of us did expect. And since the CPI data came back worse than expected, most markets have taken quite the beating today. So in today's video, I want to let you know exactly what I'm looking for from Solana's price, how I'm going to be trading any move that this thing does do, and how we can continue to capitalize on Solana to maximize our gains in crypto. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into today's video. Now, you guys know that we've been tracking this macro ascending wedge for quite a while now. If we look back, we entered this thing in May of this year. Now, mind you, since that's been a couple months now, this is a significant range to pay attention to. We have resistance constantly climbing, with support constantly climbing, and eventually we will break out of this thing, and the breakout of this thing should be pretty damn big. Now, considering the fact that we are getting this strong capitulation happening right now towards the downside, many people are questioning, well, is Solana about to hit 30? Is it going to lose 30? Is it going to come all the way back down to 26? Are we going to set a new yearly low, maybe towards 20? Well, my best thing that I can try to do is analyze the charts and let you guys know what I'm seeing to hopefully offer a little bit of insight. Now, looking at Solana, there is some good news. The good news is that not only are these charts starting to run to the downside pretty fast, in my opinion. If you look at something like the 4-hour charts, we're already extended towards the 40 level. You look at the hourly charts, we're already extended into your quote-unquote oversold territory. So that's always a good thing. It kind of just goes to show that we could be in a position to see some type of bounce back to the upside pretty soon here. And not only that, though. What we can also see is that there are multiple levels of bullish liquidity that we can expect, or places we can expect at least the bulls to step in on the price's way to the downside. Now, let me show a few examples. This little range that we just are sitting in right now between $34.28 and $33.80 is a significant level of support. Right here, you can see we bounced off of it multiple times before continuing to the upside. As we did continue to the upside previously earlier in the month of, right towards the beginning of September, we hit some resistance right here that pushed us all the way back down to the bottom side of the wedge. But once we cleared it, we came back, retested it, and continued to the top side. When you have liquidity of this nature, this resistance, this support, those things of like that goes to show that this is a significant level. And what happens is that as we approach them, the bulls kick in a little bit and start to slow the bears down. The big goal is to pump the brakes on the bears before they can allow a continuation to the 26, to the 20 level. And that's exactly what happened. You look at the hourly charts for even further detail, we were going straight down. And as we approached this zone, we started to hit a little bit of sideways movement, which just goes to show that the bulls are applying pressure at this level. Now, even if we were to lose this level, even if we were to lose $33 or $33.40, one thing you can see is that we have another significant zone of support sitting right around $32.80, in which we have resistance, we have another case of resistance here. We had support establishment back here. And that goes to show, again, there's another zone, another level that as we start to approach it, we should pump the brakes a little bit. Now, what does this mean? It means that as we start to see Solana falling, as the market factors in all of these big moves that have been happening, we have a pretty significant level that'll go ahead and say, hey, we see the bulls step in. The bulls will come in here and they should start to slow the price down and at least give us some type of bounce to the upside off of one of these levels before we just continuously capitulate to the downside. I would be more concerned, honestly, if we were just absolutely destroying each support level, going straight through them with no regard for them. That would tell me, okay, 25 to 20 is very likely. But that's not the case right now. The case right now is that these support levels are doing their job in slowing this price down. And if at worst case scenario, we do come back to the bottom side of this wedge, there's a pretty significant chance that the bears will be exhausted and the bulls can do their job here and start to step in. Now, so that's the good news. Now let's talk about if this plays out, how would I be going about this personally, okay? Well, considering the fact that, we saw this run to the upside, we put in the high, what we're looking for now is the higher low. We need to see, can this thing find a bounce off one of these levels and set the higher low into continuation to the top side? So personally, I'm not going to do any buying whatsoever on Solana until one of two things happens. First and foremost, I need to see that we establish some support. I will not be buying Solana while it's just going straight down like this. I need to see that we can get some type of bounce off one of these levels. Remember, we had our hourly or our 4-hour RSI. Again, this thing is reset pretty substantially, and so is the hourly. So that tells me that a bounce should happen relatively soon. And until we see that happen, I'm not going to be doing much or even thinking about buying, because I need to make sure we're not going to obliterate all our support levels, kind of similar to what we saw back here, right? I do not want to be buying anywhere in this. Now, the second thing I would be looking for is the return back to the top side here, but not only that, personally, I would be looking for the price of Solana to be able to re-clear this previous point of resistance around $36. Once we break $36, I will start to, probably do a little bit of more accumulating, expecting us to continue our journey to the upside. But until we break 36, I'm not really going to be doing much buying, because again, I need to see support established, the bounce, the clearing of a key level of resistance, then I feel some type of confidence. Now, when would I be shorting, or would I be shorting at any given point? Because remember, my whole goal in this channel is to not say it has to go up or it has to go down. It's to say, if it goes up, I'm going to do this. If it goes down, I'm going to do that. So that even if my sentiment is wrong, you're prepared no matter what this market does. So how am I shorting? Well, there's a couple options here. There is a small trade that can be made. If we get a 4-hour close below $33.83, there is a little bit of a trade right here, in my opinion, that we could probably see this push from $33.80 to $32.80. And considering that's about what, 3%? Yeah, right around 3%. If you're on 2 to 3x leverage, that could be anywhere between 6 to 9% in gains. So there is a little bit of a short trade to be made here. The reason I think this is a pretty easy gain to be made is because there's a lacking of liquidity in here. We usually will just go straight through this level to the downside, or straight up through this level. We don't really ever go sideways here, and so I do believe we would see some type of crash straight through this level. I usually will call this zone dead man's land. Okay, so there's a little bit of a short trade here, but other than that, I really wouldn't be doing any more shorting until we were to see the loss of our macro wedge on the daily close. So what that looks like for me is I would need to see us lose this ascending level of support somewhere around here before getting all that confident that we would be seeing some type of continued crash to the downside. Now, not only would I want to see that happen, I would also need to see us lose $30.25 to invalidate the idea of a double bottom forming here, right? Boom, something of this nature. I also don't want to be shorting right before we bounce. So if we're capable of losing this ascending wedge and we lose $30.25, at this point I would be looking to go short, expecting the price to revisit these previous lows around 27 to 25. But until then, guys, I genuinely believe the best thing to do is just to watch how this thing goes and act accordingly. If the bulls step in and we continuously see them slowing down the bears throughout this entire move through these key levels of liquidity, and then we come back down to the bottom side of this wedge and continue, be on the lookout for us to clear 36. We break 36, I do believe that's a great entry to going back to the upside. But if we're not capable of doing that and we do lose some support here, watch to see if we get the daily closes below $30.25. And if that's the case, understand, yeah, we're probably going to continue to the downside. And there's a fantastic short trade that can make you steal some gains as the market continues to fall. It's really not that hard. There's going to be some things that are going to be thrown in, some variables that'll switch stuff up. Maybe we'll see some type of fake out to the upside and then a pull to the downside. So obviously we will address those as they come. But the biggest thing you can do in times like these is to set a range. Where are we the most likely to go up and the most likely to go down, and set trades off of those. Now remember, every single trade that I've been doing recently is all through BitGet. I talk about BitGet in every single video because I do believe they are the best exchange in the world. And if any of you watching want to get up to $4,000 in deposit bonuses, as well as the best trader in my community that uses the link down below wants $1,500 a month, all you need to do is use the link down below, sign up, and then let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. You will get your deposit bonuses as long as you complete the tasks, of course, as well as, again, the best trader that has the best trades will get $1,500 a month. So don't miss out on an opportunity like that, especially while the market is falling. But with that said, guys, that's all I'm looking for at this point. Be on the lookout for the bulls to step in, make this bounce back above $36 off this key level of liquidity. Then I'm looking to go long. If we do lose $30.25, I am going short, expecting a continued crash towards 27 to 25 for gains of probably up to about 15 to 20%. Okay, so of course, as this does play out, I'm going to continue to update you as much as I possibly can, and all I ask for in return is just you to simply smash the like button on this video to let me know you liked it. But with that said, that's going to be about it. Of course, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.